So let's talk about 10 addictive fragrances, the fragrances that you want to use more and more as you use. I try to choose addictive fragrances which are suitable for summer addictive fragrances. Without further ado, I want to start by Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male. Before formulations was like a bit colder season fragrance, not that great for summer, but by current formulation it is like all season round and better for spring and summer in my opinion. Scent profile of the fragrance is minty. It is a mint based fragrance. We know mint based fragrances are great for spring and summer, but before formulations was very concentrated and heavy smelling minty. But the current formulations are okay for all season round. As I said, it is very unique and has such a strong character compared to 95% of my collection. Stands out. Very unique, very complimentary, lady pleaser. Let's continue by House of Mancera at number 9 spots. Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. The opening is not for me, too messy, fuzzy I can say, but I know a lot love opening of the fragrance. So I can say it is like floral, fruity, woody, spicy, a lots of notes, nuances, accords going on. It's not for me, very messy, but dry down, hands down. One of the most addictive dry downs ever. It's very smooth, dark, suitable for spring and summer, woody. If you are into dark fragrances and you cannot find that great suitable for spring and summer dark fragrance, this one is absolutely for you. If you apply it on the skin will change, but on the clothing will stay same. It is somehow linear on the clothing. When you apply it on the clothing, the scent profile of fragrance will not change that much, but it is non-linear on the skin. That messy, fuzzy opening, that floral, fruity, spicy vibe will be disappeared, and I can say after half an hour, 45 minutes, you have such a smooth, dark, inoffensive, woody fragrance on your skin. Perfumes great, and one of my most addictive fragrances in the collection, Oud Lemon Mint. Next fragrance at number 8 spots, dhermes Parfum. Absolutely not for everybody. I know a lots of niche heads that even they like Amouage Reflection Man, they love that fragrance, but they hate this one. They find this one scratchy, aggressive, and metallic somehow. At the first sniff, this fragrance is not a love or like, me included. I didn't like it at the first sniff, was like meh for me, but right now, one of the must-haves in my collection. At least I have to smell this fragrance 2-3 times a week. Very addictive, very beautiful. Ah, man, look at this. It is earthy, zesty. It is true, it is synthetic because we cannot get essential oil of dust or rock. It is rocky, stony, earthy, by hint of zest and vetiver at the back. Very manly, masculine, in a very daring way, I can say. This is one of those fragrances that I have it for my personal enjoyment. I really enjoy this scent profile. It is not a great compliment getter at all, not a compliment getter. Lady pleaser, very rarely. Some ladies, mature ladies maybe like this fragrance, but I can say 1-2%. 98% they don't like this fragrance. But man, it is a must-have. I'm addicted. What can I do? Dhermes Parfum. Let's continue by House of Mancera again at number 7 spot. Mancera Lemon Line. It is a niche fragrance, but compared to designer Dhermes, it is safer. It is in the safe side of the niche fragrances. It is zesty, but not earthy and metallic like Dhermes. It is very safer compared to that one. Can be loved for a lot at the first sniff. I can say it is zesty, woody. I can catch absolutely sandalwood here, which is not mentioned. Sandalwood, cedar, bitter, zest. By hint of sweetness at the back, a little bit like the sweetness that you can catch also somehow in the zest. So in the brief, I can say to this fragrance, zesty, woody, dry, and slightly green. Very lady pleaser. One of those underrated complementary fragrances from House of Mancera. This is under shadow of Cedrat Boz and other famous fragrances from the line. Again, dry down of the fragrance is very addictive, reminds me of Molecule 01 in that genre. At the opening is a scent profile, but at the dry down is a base, like a very great, smooth, woody scent, and extremely addictive. Next fragrance is Bleue De Chanel, Sir Bleue De Chanel Eau de Parfum at number 6 spot. Very great, complex and difficult fragrance to cloning. You can catch a lots of other clones, great, top notch, exactly similar, even better clones on other fragrances. For example, like Clube de Nuit Man on Creed Aventus. Very great. But it is very difficult to find a very great close exactly like this one smelling clones. For whatever reason, a very difficult cloning type of scent profile. Smells floral, fruity, in the same time fresh, like fruity, zesty, and dirty, like woody, incensey. Smells very versatile and all season round, mostly in the official occasions, dressed up occasions. But I don't prefer it that much for winter and summer heat. But between winter and summer heat, I prefer summer heat. Shines better. It's not enough powerful for winter. But fall, spring, perfect. I love both sides of this fragrance. That's killer opening, that addictive dry-down. But I am a bit in the dry-down side of this fragrance. I love it better compared to opening. It is more masculine, denser, deeper, and a bit incensier compared to the opening. Opening is still there, you can catch it, but way at the background. 1.5 hours after applying this fragrance, this is exact time for great dry-down of this fragrance. 1.5 hours. For example, on my wrist, I can't stop sniffing myself. It's like blows me away that great incensey notes. That's why I can say to this fragrance, Bleue De Chanel. Let's continue by House of Prada at number 5 spot. Prada L'Homme, one of the best floral based fragrances for men, hands down. It is powdery, sweet, bright, soft and floral for men, but it is not that masculine. Sometimes we need softer, friendlier fragrances, not every time masculine daring fragrances. We need to show our soft sides sometimes. It performs well, smells great. Ladies' reactions are very big by this fragrance, very lady pleaser, but we are talking about addiction. This fragrance is addictive as well. You are searching this fragrance, you want to have it, you want to apply it more compared to a lots of fragrances out there. Prada L'Homme. Let's continue by House of Yves Saint Laurent at number 4 spot. Why Eau de Parfum? This is one of those fragrances that you're gonna pay the price by the first sniff. It is love at the first sniff, but it is addiction at the 4th, 5th sniff. You are in the game, welcome to the party. After that, you cannot quit this fragrance. You have to have it in your collection and you have to apply it and apply it. I really enjoy the scent of this fragrance. I can say absolutely made for me, and I love to get compliments by the fragrances that I'm really enjoying to wearing them. This is one of those fragrances that everybody like this fragrance. Everybody is happy about this one. The owner and the people around that are sniffing this fragrance on you. Scent profile is citrusy, fresh, dark, gingery, syrupy, sticky. You can catch enough freshness, you can catch enough darkness at the background. Fresh and dark in the same time. Very joyful, very complimentary, very lady pleaser. Let's continue by House of Rochas at number 3 spot. I really enjoy this fragrance and this house. Rochas L'Homme, 2020 release. At the first sniff was like Coach for Men, Coach Platinum, Dolce & Gabbana. Okay, you can check out my first impression on this fragrance. But after 4 or 5 days, this fragrance is addiction in a bottle. Dry down of this fragrance is killer. Opening is not that unique, reminds you of a lots of other fragrances out there. But dry down, it's a bit difficult to describe dry down of this fragrance, but I will do my best. It is creamy, ambroxany, strong. Reminds me of dry down of Coach Platinum, but way rounded and stronger compared to that fragrance. This one is more delicious compared to that fragrance, and it is more unique, not that much Dior Sauvage. Next fragrance is Creed Aventus and its clones. Why I took here Armaf Clube de Nuit Man? Because that fruity batches of Aventus is not my cup of tea. I like that smoky Sir King Creed Aventus. I miss that fragrance, but I can get it from Clube de Nuit Man. I have a lots of backups than this fragrance. I can say 11-12 bottles than this fragrance from different batches. I can't stop purchasing this fragrance. I can't stop applying this fragrance, sniffing this fragrance. This is like bread. This is like food for me. I have to have it. I will like die without this one. I can't do without this fragrance, really, if I have to say. 5 fragrances for entire my life. This is absolutely one of those fragrances. Armaf Club de Nuit Man. It is just addiction. It is a citrusy and woody fragrance. There is not pineapple here, not that much rounded like Creed Aventus, but it is all about dried on. Opening is harsh, strong. Actually, I like that opening. Puts the card on the table. Man, I am here. Some say it is like bug spray. I don't respect them. Why should I respect any opinion? The most addictive fragrance in my collection. The one that my hands are shaking for this fragrance. My mouth is watering. I cannot get just enough of this fragrance. I want to smell it and smell it and smell it again and again and again. Amouage Reflection Man, one of the best floral based fragrance for men ever made right now in the market. I like also Prada L'Homme, which we talked about that fragrance as well in today's video. That's also a great floral based fragrance, but this is next level, or I can say 10 level next compared to other fragrances on the list. This is another story. You have to smell it yourself. Don't forget, subscribe the channel. If you have any opinion, suggestion, question, let me know in the comments below. I will answer you. See you in another video.